Welcome to today's live stream. I hope you are feeling well. Can you see me? I'm in my shorts today because it is so hot in the studio. Do you like my lovely sexy legs? A do 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 do, a do 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 do, a do 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 do. We are back together. Oh, there you are over there. It's nice to see you back in my hot studio today, and I have to say it's very, very hot in here. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I really hope so. I am feeling rather excited today because the weather is good and my hay fever is not too bad either. Also, there are lots of baby birds at the moment in the garden feeding from their parents. So everything at the moment is very busy in the garden and also in here as well, because we are back once again with another English Addict. My name is Mr. Duncan, as it says there at the bottom of the screen, and I am one of those up there. I am an English addict, and I have a feeling that you might be one of those as well. It's good to see you today. It isn't too bad, I suppose. It's a nice day outside, I have to say. The weather is absolutely incredible outside. Look at the weather at the moment. It is amazing, I have to say. That is a nice day. Everything is looking in full bloom at the moment. We have some nice weather. It is warm. In fact, you might say that it's getting hotter and hotter as the days go by. I have to say it's rather nice. As you can hear already, my voice is starting to break. I don't know why. What is going on at the moment? One day my voice is okay, and then the next day it's terrible. And I think it has something to do with my hay fever, if I was honest with you. Because we have been walking a lot over the last few days. We've been going all over the place because I am, of course, getting myself fit and healthy for our big rendezvous in Paris. Did you know that? Did you know that I will be meeting up with some of you very soon? And to be honest with you, I can't wait. I'm quite excited, if the truth were known. Here we are again, and yes, we have made it all the way to the end of another week, and also the end of another weekend, and the start of a new month as well, because it is Sunday. Doop 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 doop. It is a good day today. It's a nice day. It's lovely, in fact, and I'm feeling quite chirpy, to be honest, just like the birds. If you feel chirpy, it means you are feeling happy, jolly. You are happy to see another day of this thing we call life. Coming up later on, we have Mr. Steve. Yes, he will be with us today. Steve is joining us later on. We are also looking at words and phrases connected to the words fast and slow. Fast and slow. I might be fast. Mr. Steve sometimes is slow, especially when I'm waiting for him to join me on the live stream, which I will be at around about 2:30. I hope you are having a good day today. Hello also to the live chat. I suppose I should say hello to you as well. After all, that is the reason why we are here today, to chat together. English is a wonderful, interesting subject. And I know for some people it can also be a confusing subject. So the reason why we join here together on YouTube every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time is because we want to share our love of English. I am here to help you learn English and improve not only your speaking but also your listening as well. Hello live chat. Who was first here today? I wonder. Oh, very interesting. Today, first we have Mosen. Congratulations, Mosen. You are first on today's live chat. Very nice to see you here, Mosen. We also have Beatrice is here as well. Hello, Beatrice. Nice to see you back with us. Palmyra is here. Florence, Maria. We also have, oh, of course, we have Luis Mendez is here today. Also, thank you for joining us, Luis. Nice to see you back as well. Who else? Rosa, Zudzika. We also have Jory. Hello, Jory. Hello, my international friends, and hello to Mr. Duncan. Hello to you as well. Nice to see you here. Who else is here today? We have so many names coming up. I can't keep up with them. Yasser. Hello, Yasser. Nice to see you here as well. Watching all over the world in many different countries. Brazil, Argentina. We even have many people watching in Italy and also France. A big bonjour if you are watching in France at the moment. Also we have Asia, such as Vietnam, Japan, and maybe one or two people watching in China. Of course, today is a big day for those living in China because it is the anniversary of Tiananmen Square, or should I say the massacre that took place in Tiananmen Square. I think it's 34 years since it happened. So a lot of people are commemorating that, and quite a few people are not being allowed to commemorate it for various reasons. So hello to you, wherever you are watching in the world. We also have Irene. Hello, Irene. Nice to see you back as well. Steve is coming up. We are talking about fast and slow words. Words and phrases connected to fast things, being fast, or maybe not being fast. There are many uses of the word fast. In fact, you might find there are more uses of the word fast than there are of slow. We will look at those later on. Oh, by the way, something I want to mention about my YouTube channel. I have started uploading short video lessons. Don't say that I don't listen to you, because I do. A lot of people have asked, Mr. Duncan, can you please make some short video lessons? And there they are. So I have a playlist now with my English shorts. So these are short English lessons. They only last for around about 1, maybe 1.5 minutes. But in each lesson, there is a lot of useful information. Later on, I will put the playlist under this video. So later on I will put this under this video. So you can look out for it underneath here later on. So I just thought I would mention that now there are new videos and I will be posting them 6 days a week from Monday to Saturday. English shorts. So what they are short English lessons explaining briefly maybe a word or a phrase, maybe something interesting about the English language, and there is the playlist. So that is something that is happening this month. Besides other things, I have a feeling that June is going to be quite a busy month as the weather improves and everyone starts going out, and maybe you start to think about perhaps travelling somewhere, maybe abroad, maybe you are planning a trip to a certain place, maybe you're thinking of going somewhere special, somewhere nice. Perhaps you are thinking of going to maybe a European city, such as Paris, for example. Ooh la la! Why am I showing that? Well, we might talk a little bit more about that later on. Don't go away. There might be some very interesting information coming up today about this very live stream, this actual YouTube channel, and maybe myself and Mr. Steve. We might be going somewhere different. Can you guess where it may be? I wonder. Can I say hello to Rosa? We also have, who else is here today? Oh, I see. Yes, very interesting. Some interesting chat already happening on the live chat. By the way, for those who can't see the live chat, just in case you can't see it, don't worry. You might have to refresh or reopen the YouTube player. So for those who can't see the live chat, all you have to do is refresh the page or the screen, and then the live chat will appear as if by magic. Hello everyone, welcome. We have a lot to talk about today. We have some nature to show you. We are also going to talk about my weight. As I mentioned earlier, I've been doing a lot of exercise since the end of January. I've been doing more and more exercise and also changing the food that I eat. So I've been altering my diet as well. Today we are going to find out how much weight I have lost. And I suppose the big question must be, will I be able to fit into my skinny jeans for the big rendezvous that is taking place in June. So we will have to wait and find out. All of that coming up today. Hello everyone on the live chat. Oh, we have a lot of people using French today. I wonder why. I don't know why people are using French, but it would appear a lot of people are. It's very true. Injiliz is here. Hello, Injiliz. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. It's always nice to see you join me on the live chat. Mr. Steve will be with us in a few moments, and I know a lot of people like listening to Mr. Steve, especially when he's complaining. I wonder what Steve is going to be complaining about today. I'm not sure at the moment, but I'm sure it will be something pretty important. We will find out a little bit later on. Well, he was moaning yesterday. Steve was complaining about the internet. And it would appear these days a lot of people are complaining about the internet. It would appear that I always think that we have a sort of love-hate relationship with the internet. So we love the internet, but sometimes we also hate the internet. Isn't it strange? I would imagine of all the inventions that have been thought up over the past 100 years, besides television, I would say the internet is probably one of the biggest inventions, and certainly one that has changed the way we all live from our day-to-day lives. We've completely changed the way we view the world, the way we interact with each other, and I suppose you could also mention the motor car as well. Even though these days it would appear that the motor car, the automobile, is not as popular as it used to be, which might be bad news for Mr. Steve, because he really does love cars very much. So all of that coming up in a few moments. I thought it would be nice to take a look at some of the wildlife, some of the nature, because to be honest with you, everything around here at the moment is absolutely lovely. And I don't know about you, but besides spring, I also love summer as well. couldn't resist showing that because summer is here and sometimes we just need to try and forget about all of the troubles and all of the woes in life and enjoy a little bit of nature. English Addict is with you today. Thank you very much for joining me. Yes, we are meeting up very soon in person. We've never done this before. Mr. Steve and myself, we've never actually arranged what they call a YouTube meetup. Now, I remember around 10, maybe 12 years ago, they were very popular on YouTube. Lots of people would join together and they would meet a well-known YouTube star. But please don't misunderstand me, because I don't think that I am a YouTube star, to be honest with you. So I'm not a YouTube celebrity. However, we are going to have a meetup. We're going to get together with our super duper Paris rendezvous coming up very soon. By the way, if you want to follow this with captions, you can. All you have to do is press C on your keyboard, and guess what? Magically, captions will appear. Of course, they will be slightly delayed because I am doing this live right now. Steve will be with us soon. We have one or two people joining us now. Regina, hello Regina, nice to see you here as well. Very nice to see you. Oh, we also have Tomek is here as well. Tomek, are you excited? Are you intrigued? I have to say that there is a well-known proverb or saying in English. You should never meet your heroes or the people who you idolize, because sometimes it can be disappointing. Has that ever happened to you? Has there ever been a person that you've wanted to meet, and then when you met them face to face, they turned out to be an absolute... I want to use a very naughty word, but I'm not going to. But you know what I'm saying out there in YouTube land. I think you do. Saturino is here. And Mosen, your YouTube channel, Mr. Duncan, your YouTube channel is my favourite YouTube channel. Oh my goodness. That is so much pressure that you're putting on me now. It's too much pressure. Mr. Steve will be with us in a few moments. He is on his way. I wonder what he will be talking about today. We will find out in a few moments. Steve is on his way. We are also playing the sentence game, or as I like to call it these days, fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. If you want to fill in the blanks, that is coming up later on as well. But, as I said, coming up next, it's Mr. Steve. think that might be my most favourite of all the videos with the cows. I think it might be my most favourite of all. Isn't that lovely? Talking of animals that walk around in the field, pooping everywhere. He's on his way. Mr. Steve is coming up. Dibby-doo. We are in our shorts today. We are wearing our shorts. Mr. Steve is showing off his very sexy legs. Can you see them? There they are. They are very beautiful. In fact, I know that Steve often gets complimented on his legs. I think so. Here he is. Anyway, I've mentioned him. Mr. Steve is here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Duncan. Hello. Wonderful, beautiful, friendly, inspiring viewers from across the world.
I like inspiring.
Yes, because you inspire us as much as we hope that you think we inspire you.
Yes, I like to think that we are inspirational.
But you are too, because you give us such lovely comments on the live chat, and you are constantly interacting with us and everybody else in this community that Mr. Duncan has created. And it's wonderful. By the way, you're talking of Paris. I read a lovely comment about Irene Praxine, who's on today, who met her husband in Paris.
Oh.
Yes.
It doesn't get more romantic.
Yes, well, I'm hoping to meet somebody in Paris. I mean, Mr. Duncan, I don't mean that, of course. I'm joking.
We will have none of that. There will be no hanky-panky anywhere, especially in Paris. There will be enough hanky-panky taking place anyway there. By the way, I almost got caught out this week by a practical joke. As you know, I'm not a big fan of practical jokes, but sometimes people like to play tricks or jokes on other people. And because we are living in this age of artificial intelligence, that a lot of people now are creating their own reality. And this is something that I nearly got caught out with this week, because it is, of course, Pride Week, or should I say Pride Month. And this is something that appeared on the internet during the week. And it is, of course, the Arc de Triomphe with a rainbow flag going all the way around it and through it. A lot of people thought that this was real, but it isn't. It's all been made inside a computer, but quite a few people did get caught out by this particular artificial, intelligent, created image.
Was it Chat CBT or whatever it's called?
No.
But it must have been something. Yeah, you could probably just do that on anything, can't you? You probably don't need AI to do that.
Well, the thing is, artificial intelligence has been around for a very long time. This is something, I know many people are talking about this, and it must be so boring for those who aren't interested. But it is something that a lot of people are talking about. But artificial intelligence has actually been around for a long time. If your computer is doing something for you in some way that is helping you, you might say that that is artificial intelligence. It is helping you. So a human being is being helped by a machine. Maybe something you have to work out, or maybe something that is very difficult. You might even think of the pocket calculator that was all around everywhere in the 70s, a very simple device. But nowadays we have our mobile phones, we have our smartphones. So in some ways, artificial intelligence has been around for a long time.
But it's sort of ramped up a bit now, hasn't it? Ramp up. If you ramp something up, it means you increase its activity or its influence in some way. Let's ramp it up. means that you're just going to do more of what you're doing now. So we
Yes.
could say, come on, Mr. Duncan, let's ramp it up on today's live stream. Means we become more lively, talking more English, and just get more and more excited, and we just sort of take it up to a new level.
Yes.
So there we go. You see, I'm teaching English already, Mr. Duncan.
You can also say take it up a notch.
Yes.
If you take something up a notch, it means you are increasing the effectiveness of something.
Intensity.
The intensity, the power. So artificial intelligence has been around for a very long time. And because we are old people, Mr. Steve and I, we can remember life before smartphones. Isn't that incredible?
I think a lot of people watching us can remember at the time before smartphones. Well, I mean, I remember when I was at school in the 70s when pocket calculators were introduced. And it was quite a novelty if you had one of those as a student at school. I would say in the 70s they probably started to come in, didn't they? I remember we couldn't use them in exams then. They wouldn't let us use them in exams. So you had a maths exam, for example, you couldn't use your calculator. I think you probably can now.
You can.
They were. I had this lovely scientific calculator and somebody stole it. It was made by Sharp, and it was a beautiful, lovely device, and I loved it. And then somebody stole it.
Well, this might be an opportunity to get it back. So if you, in the 1970s, stole Mr. Steve's scientific calculator, can he please have it back? Because when he's in a restaurant and he has to give a tip to the waiter or the waitress, he has to work it out in his head.
I'm good at that.
And it takes ages.
My mother was very good at mental arithmetic.
So you say every week.
I know. I say it every week. She could add up a column of figures like nobody else you've ever met.
But you do say it every week.
You could have a long column of figures and she'd add them all up like that. It's very clever. But then she did work in an office where you had to do lots of that. So she must have had practice over the years.
We were supposed to go away yesterday, weren't we?
Were we?
Yes.
Go away where?
We were supposed to...
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh, you remember now. We were supposed to go away on a trip yesterday. And this is a little thing in life. Now, I'm going to share this with you. You know, sometimes we share our lives with you.
Sometimes too much.
Sometimes too much. You can overshare, and it is possible. But yesterday, we were supposed to go and see some of Mr. Steve's long-lost relatives. And when we say long-lost, we can say that they are distant, or maybe you haven't seen them for a very long time. So we were going to go yesterday. We had everything planned. We even booked a restaurant, and we were going to travel a very long way. So
3 hours in the car, which probably is nothing to some people.
3 hours there and 3 hours back.
A lot in the UK.
A very long way off. And yesterday, we were bumped.
Well,
we were bumped yesterday. Can you believe it? They cancelled. They cancelled, and we had everything prepared. Isn't that annoying? Does that ever happen to you out there in YouTube land when someone makes an arrangement and then they cancel the arrangement, but not 2 or 3 days before, on the actual day that you're supposed to be doing
it? It was on the Thursday.
Oh, okay then.
Anyway, it was a bit. Mind you, see, I haven't seen them for. See, we were going to go and see my mother's brother, who's 98.
Yes.
And so and I probably haven't seen him since for about 60 odd years.
Yes, not 90 years.
Which is Anyway, we won't go into that. Don't embarrass me, Mr. Duncan. And I was going to see my cousins as well, and probably some nephews. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't happen, unfortunately. It probably won't happen now.
Cancelled.
I got the strong impression that they probably didn't really want to see us. I mean, let's face it, we haven't seen them for 40-odd years, so they're probably thinking, why do they want to come over now?
Yes.
But my sister and I just thought, well, we've got I'm not working at the moment. It's very difficult to get a time when me and my sister are both got a day free, because my sister's working and she works at weekends as well.
Okay.
I'm going back to work soon. So we found this perfect weekend, and it's probably not going to happen now because I'm going back to work. Sister's having holidays, this, that and the other. It'll all get forgotten about and it won't happen, which is quite sad really, but there you go. We tried to start something, but it didn't happen.
No, it was cancelled. Somebody bumped us. Can you believe it? They didn't. They changed their mind. Although, to be honest with you, I don't blame them.
I mean, exactly.
Because there are some people at the moment who are planning to meet us in Paris,
and they're going to regret it.
And as I said earlier, sometimes meeting someone in real life might be a disappointment.
I think that's what it was, Mr. Duncan. Those relatives of mine had seen us on the live stream, and they were too embarrassed to meet such famous people. I think that's what it was, Mr. Duncan. I think they just thought, oh, we can't possibly meet them. I'm too nervous. They're too famous.
This might be the reason why many of our neighbours ignore us as well, because they've watched this. Maybe, perhaps. So we are meeting up this month. It's happening this month, and hopefully the weather will be nice. And I'm quite excited by it. Can you hear my stomach?
Is that your stomach?
Can you hear my stomach?
I heard this sort of loud rumbling noise. I thought it was a cow.
Did you?
From the field at the back.
Do cows rumble?
Have you not eaten anything this morning, Mr. Duncan?
I haven't
what it is?
I haven't eaten much, and the reason is because I wanted to weigh myself. I want to find out how much weight I've lost, and I can reveal it. I might as well reveal it now. I have lost 1.5 stone in weight, and I have to say, I'm pretty pleased about that. I didn't want to lose too much weight straight away or quickly because it's not good for you. So I've slowly lost weight since the end of January. So about 1.5 stone.
Which we ought to explain. There's 14 pounds in a stone.
Okay.
So 21 pounds you've lost, Mr. Duncan. Which I think is quite good. Is that right? 14? No, not quite, is it? Yes, it is. 21 pounds.
Is it?
Which I'm not sure is.
It's
about
not
10 kilograms, something like that.
It's not 90 years. It's not 90 years then.
It's about 10 kilograms, I think. 14 pounds. Somebody look that up for us, please. But I think it's probably around 10 kilograms.
Anyway, I've lost one. Steve, let me get back to my point. I've lost 1.5 stone. I feel quite pleased about that. Of course, the big test is still to come. Will I be able to fit into my skinny jeans?
Well, are you going to try it live today?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm not putting them on today because, well, how can I?
I don't know. I thought you might be something you might want to do.
Yes. No, not today. I'm going to find out when we meet up in Paris. So if you are meeting us in Paris and when you see us, I am not wearing my skinny jeans, you will know straight away that I can't fit into them.
Or if you see Mr. Duncan walking very awkwardly, not being able to stretch his legs.
If my voice is very high.
Yes.
Because that's the problem with tight trousers. If you're a man, and only men will understand this, and maybe some women, who knows, these days.
Well, yes, transitioning.
You don't have to say it. We all know what we mean. So it can be a little bit uncomfortable when you're wearing tight trousers if you're a man, because everything gets pinched and it's all tight and uncomfortable.
Not good if you're thinking of having children,
no.
Which we're not. So that's okay. You can squash it all in.
Fortunately,
No one said that they want to have my children. If they do, I'll say, yeah. How much do you think if somebody... Well, I'm quite willing to, make a donation, shall we say.
Is this a road we should be going down?
I'd quite like a child, but I'd quite like to know that I'd, fathered a child, but I wouldn't want anything to do with it.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, one of those banks you can go to.
That happens a lot nowadays.
You can make a deposit in the bank. Men can do that, can't they? And then at some random point in the future, somebody will be given your seed, shall we put it that way? And then there'll be a child that you will never know. I suppose that might be a bit... it's a bit tragic, that really, isn't it? I don't know.
But if you never know that you've had a child with someone through donation, if you get my meaning, donation, you there you go. See, don't say anything.
I'm not saying anything. I think,
only adults will understand that, you see.
Haven't we got adults watching us? Claudia says she's not feeling very well today. Well, sorry about that, Claudia. I'm sure after what I've just said, you're probably feeling worse. But, I mean, in the old days, Mr. Duncan, back in the day, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, I would imagine men were forcibly having sex with women all over the place. And they probably didn't know half the children that they were having. I mean, let's face it, Boris Johnson is still doing it. He doesn't know. I mean, nobody knows how many children he's got. Yeah. He probably doesn't even know himself.
I think that's one of the reasons why the population in the UK is growing so much. It's not because of migrants. It's just Boris Johnson's offspring. Is that what you mean?
Yes, I've been sunbathing, Mr. Duncan.
Oh, okay.
You showed a picture last week of me sunbathing, and I've been doing it again all week to try and boost my vitamin D levels.
I'm not showing it today because you got so upset. He got so upset.
I didn't say so upset.
He did. He said afterwards, I can't believe you showed that photograph of me lying in my underpants.
Yes. But I'll walk around Paris like that. Could you get arrested, Lewis, if you walked around Paris in your underwear?
That's probably the height of sophistication in Paris.
Maybe if it was a brand of underwear that was, haute couture or something.
Haute couture underpants?
Yes. Maybe if it was Christian Dior underwear or...
Dior? Christian Dior.
I don't know, Givenchy or if it was some high-class fashion brand of underwear, probably you would be lauded and people would be at your feet on their knees.
I don't think the French people are ready for you in your underpants.
That's true.
I really don't think so, to be honest. That seems like a good way of being deported.
Can you walk around Paris in just shorts?
Yes.
With no top on?
Of course you can.
What, even women?
Well, now that doesn't...
Maybe not.
Well, I don't think that can happen anywhere, can it?
I'm not going to anyway because I don't want to get sunburnt. I've got to keep my youthful allure, Mr. Duncan. My youthful allure.
I did notice yesterday, by the way, the last couple of days I've been looking in the mirror very closely at myself, and I've noticed... Well, in fact, I saw it yesterday in one of the shop windows, and I noticed that I'm getting this weird thing now on my neck. You see this with a lot of older people, and they get these weird things. They look like string.
You'll be all right, Mr. Duncan.
But sometimes it turns into something else, and it looks a bit rude. Well, I'm getting that. As I'm approaching old age, I've noticed now that certain parts of my body are changing their appearance and shape.
Well, if you want to stay slim, Mr. Duncan, you don't want to be eating cheesecake, do you? So Paula Koff, hello.
Hello, Paula.
Paula Koff or Soff, not sure how we pronounce that second name. Just arrived and was busy making a Japanese cheesecake. What is a Japanese cheesecake? Has it got sushi in it? Does it taste of fish? Is it biscuit base with fish in it? Because, Japanese food is a little strange to us Westerners, maybe. Yeah. So please tell us what a Japanese cheesecake is.
It's not strange to me, by the way. I think it's perfectly normal and all right. But I am intrigued to find out what is a Japanese cheesecake.
Rosa wants to know as well.
And when can I have it? When are you going to send it to me?
And Lewis has confirmed that we can wander around Paris with virtually nothing on.
Yes, I'm sure. One thing I've always thought about the French, they are more open-minded. So you often think of the French as being more open-minded. I think nudism, being naked, I think it's been around. I mean, when you look at the art, the art, we might go to the Louvre and have a look around, and there will be naked people everywhere.
What do you mean, paintings or just people walking around the museum?
No, well, maybe
gallery.
Maybe both.
But anyway, yes, I'm going to expose myself, I think, because
probably no.
I didn't mean in that way,
No,
because obviously I'm hoping for a modelling contract, and why have you turned that down, Mr. Duncan?
I haven't turned anything down.
You were adjusting my volume, because obviously the trouble is I can't really afford. It's too risky for me to walk around in shorts with my top off. Because I'm going to get too much attention. I'm just going to be mobbed.
Yes, well, you will certainly get attention, mainly from the gendarme. The gendarmes.
We don't want that kind of distraction. It's just too much when you've got people falling at their feet all the time after you. It gets a bit boring after a while, so I won't do that.
It's not the only thing that gets a bit boring after a while.
But a modelling contract would be quite nice. So, maybe we're going to be in a prominent place. So, I'll just sort of wander around. And that's the sort of place you'd get sort of picked up, isn't it, Mr. Duncan? Right. What are we doing today, by the way? I always say that around this time.
Steve, just calm down.
I'm just getting lively. I'm just livening up, Mr. Duncan. I'm going to ramp it up.
This is not lively. This is kind of a little bit insane.
Mr. Duncan has got his finger over the volume button and he's just waiting to pull it down when if I say something.
It's not saying something. It's when you start shouting.
I'm not shouting. Well, can't your microphones cope with that, Mr. Duncan?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure there is a piece of equipment that's designed to withstand the bellows of your lungs.
Paula says she's calling it cheesecake because it's got cream cheese in it. Does it have a biscuit base? Which is what a cheesecake has. You sort of get biscuits and crush them up and sort of put sort of butter in it and then flatten it all down and then put the cheesecake mix on top. Has it got a biscuit base or has it got a base of sushi? Because it's Japanese.
That is
rice even.
That is so offensive.
It's not offensive. It's just it might be sort of invoking some kind of stereotype, I freely admit, but
Yes.
We like people always think of the British and say fish and chips. I mean, we're not offended by that.
No.
I'm drinking a lot, Mr. Duncan, because I've been outside cutting the grass and it was very hot work. I do all the tough jobs around here. Mr. Duncan sits here in his studio just twiddling his knobs.
We were out walking the other day and Mr. Steve decided to get very friendly with a large dumb animal, and in fact it might be two large dumb animals. So there is Mr. Steve. What are you doing there, Steve?
Well, I'm feeding this Highland cow.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? I love this particular type of cow because they have the most amazing hair. Look at the hair at the front. It's almost as if it's been to the hairdressers and had a very modern style. Lots of teenagers these days have their hair like that.
I know. Well, but they don't normally. That particular breed don't normally seem to sort of come up to you like that.
No.
But it seemed very keen on eating anything green that I was giving it because the field that it was in was a bit sparse.
Isn't that lovely?
something is sparse, it means there isn't much of it around. There wasn't much grass in the field, it was sparse. A bit like, people watching this channel, Mr. Duncan, they're sparse.
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking.
Thanks for that.
It's a sponge cake, says Paula.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Well, yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
Paula's invited us to Portugal. Well, I think she's inviting us. Portugal. Well, we love Portugal, don't we?
We've been there.
Yes, we've been there.
We've been to Portugal.
I've been a few times. Mr. Duncan and I have been together about 3 years ago. Where did we go to? What was the nearest town? It was...
It's very interesting that we're talking about that whilst watching a cow eat.
Where were we, Mr. Duncan? Do you remember where we went?
Where we went?
In Portugal. Do you remember the name of the town, one of the towns that we visited? Do you remember?
Do I remember?
Yeah, I'm just asking you because I've forgotten, you see, so I'm asking you.
Why are you placing the onus on me?
You normally Sintra, that was it. We went to Sintra.
Yes.
Paula, which I'm sure you know is a nice sort of highland area. Lots of hills and trees and things like that, and we had a lovely time there. And we stayed in this hotel, and the famous footballer was also staying there at the same time. Well, they had a party there.
It was a wedding.
It was a wedding.
One of the Portuguese football players from the Portugal team was having a wedding, and Cristiano Ronaldo was there. He was just across the road from where we were.
I know.
In the same hotel. And the next morning we went down. And we went down to where the party was, and we decided to look around, and we could see the glasses, the wine glasses and the champagne glasses, and everything was there just as it was when they all went. It was quite interesting. It's the nearest we've ever come to Cristiano Ronaldo.
I know. Santorino said that the cow has bangs. That's sort of hair.
I see.
Is that sort of hair extensions? Is that what ladies put in, women put in their hair?
Bangs means hair that hangs down at the front.
That's it. They've got that cow has bangs. Yeah, that's very clever. That's a very good. Paula.
Like Rachel from Friends.
Guess where Paula lives in Portugal?
I don't know.
In Porto.
Oh.
Porto. Probably is how you would pronounce it.
I'm not sure what that was.
Do you roll your R's in Portugal? But obviously famous for, I would think, for the wine, the Porto wine, which we adore.
We do like it.
We adore it.
Yes.
If you say you adore something, it means you like it a lot, but it's normally said in a sort of, I adore Porto wine.
Adore.
Yes.
You like something very much, almost to the point of obsession.
Yes, you absolutely love it. And in fact, we've got a bottle of Porto wine in our cupboard.
Wow.
And there's at least 3 different varieties, and they're paler and then they get darker, aren't they?
Yes. I remember whilst we were in Portugal, we had this lovely vintage Porto wine. It was absolutely delicious. It was about 60 or 70 years old, and it was lovely. It was a bit expensive.
It's worth it. We can buy it from the local supermarket here, can't we? Porto wine.
Yes.
Guess who's on? An elderly gentleman is on from the UK that we know very well.
Oh. Is he over 40?
He is. He's just, he's over the hill now.
He's very old.
No hope for him.
So old.
Martin's here.
Hello, Martin.
Hello, Martin.
Hello, Martin. Did you have a nice birthday on Friday? Was it good?
Yes, and we haven't mentioned that. Martin came over to see us on, what day was it? Thursday. And he's just turned 40.
It wasn't Thursday, it was Wednesday.
Wednesday, even better. And we had a lovely time. We went for a walk in the sunshine.
We did.
Into Much Wenlock. We had a lovely meal. We found this fantastic restaurant that had an offer on. You could have these. Anyway, we had a lovely day, and then we had a cup of tea, and then we came back, and then we just relaxed in the garden, had a nice chat.
Okay, the tea. I think that the cup of tea is the most important part of that whole story. very nice cup of tea.
Yeah, we just had a nice day.
We did.
And,
we had a lovely day. It was a very nice day.
It was.
It's a very nice day.
And we look forward to doing it in 10 years' time when you're 50.
Okay.
I know we can do it when I'm 70. That'll come up next. That's the next big one. Oh, no, probably your 60th is the next one, isn't it?
Me being 60 is the next big one, the next big birthday. That's still 2 years away. So we're okay. We've still got a bit longer. By the way, what you've forgotten to mention is the lovely moment that occurred.
Yes.
We saw a little animal. In fact, Mr. Steve nearly stepped on it with his big clumsy foot. Look at that.
Oh.
That is a baby mouse. You probably can't tell how small it is there, but it's very, very small. A little baby mouse. And I saw it sitting in the middle of the footpath. And Steve, with his great big boots, nearly stepped on it. But I saved its life. And there it is. Isn't that lovely? So cute. So a little baby mouse, I would imagine that it had walked away from its nest.
I know. There it was in the middle of the path. We nearly stepped on it. Mr. Duncan picked it up, and it was just a nice moment, wasn't it?
Yes.
When we don't know if it's alive. We did contemplate.
Well, it was alive.
It was alive then, but it was it was fast asleep. There must have been a dormouse because they're always sleeping, aren't they? Dormouse, doesn't that mean a mouse that sleeps? Sure that dorm as in sleeping. So yes, and there it was, just in the middle of the path. I nearly stepped on it. Mr. Duncan thankfully prevented that from happening.
I saved its life.
We don't know what we did. Contemplate, think about bringing it back with us, because we thought, well, it's lost its nest. Its mother's abandoned it for whatever reason. So we thought, shall we bring it back and try and feed it? But we thought, no, nature is strong. That baby mouse will survive somehow.
Even though you kept saying, it's going to die. It's going to die. I'm pretty sure of it.
Well, it probably did, sadly, but we'll never know. We just put it back into the bushes, off the path, and hopefully it survived. Its mother found it, because it was trying to suckle, wasn't it?
It was.
It was trying to suckle. It turned over and it was trying to suckle. Thought its mother was nearby. So it was totally incapable of looking after itself. But we'll just we'll never know. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
It's
just we're never going to know.
We're never going to know what's happened to that mouse.
We're never going to know what happened to that mouse. Maybe it's alive. Maybe it's dead. Maybe it's started up its own web business. Maybe it's got its own podcast. Because let's face it, everybody has a podcast now.
An owl might have eaten it, says Vitas. Yes. I thought that was the start of a joke then, but no, Vitas was actually making a serious comment. Yes, an owl might have eaten it, although it would have had to wait till night time, or a cat might have got it. Lots of cats around here, but probably not out there. But anyway, hopefully it would have survived, as we said.
Yes, I think we've...
Duong Nugent Dai, hello.
That's a lot of people get that wrong. It's actually pronounced Nguyen.
Nguyen. What about the first one? Is that Duong? Nguyen?
Yes.
Duong Nguyen Dai?
Dai.
We're not saying... Yeah, anyway, right. So it's saying hello and wants to know how can they improve their speaking skills when I'm an introverted person.
I'm not sure. I'm just wondering how you can improve your speaking skills.
Well, you've got to practice.
Yes.
Mr. Duncan always says this. You've got to find somebody who speaks English or wants to learn English.
You've
got to practice with them.
You don't actually have to do that. That's why we're here. So you can use the computer. The computer can help you to learn English in many ways. You can listen to what is being said. You can read the captions.
Repeat.
You can even record your own voice. So if you are suffering from a lack of confidence, and many people do, whenever you start something new, you might feel a little bit shy, a little bit worried, whether or not you are getting it right. So it's normal. It's completely normal.
I don't think you're as introverted as you say, because you have come on to the live chat and made a comment. So you've got to be reasonably confident to be doing that anyway. So yes, talk to yourself, says Palmyra. You could do that as long as nobody else can hear you, or you might get locked up in an institution if people see you talking to yourself. Well, they might assume you're religious, of course. But talk to yourself. But ideally, you want to have a two-way conversation, don't you?
I sometimes hope that will happen with us.
A two-way conversation. So find somebody that in your local area that wants to learn English, and then you can speak to each other and learn. Just practice. Pick some sentences, pick some subjects you want to talk about, and then off you go. And before you know it, you'll be looking for a job in an English-speaking country.
That's it. You could be an interpreter, you could be a translator, you could convert the language into another language. There are many, many options for you. That is why I always say English can open many doors. We are looking at words and phrases connected to fast and slow in a few moments, but I thought I would give you a taste of a place that we may be going to this month. Ooh. In fact, not only that, we are also meeting up with some of you. Yes, the Eiffel Tower. Did you know that if you want to photograph the Eiffel Tower when it is twinkling with all of its lights, you have to actually get permission, because it is a piece of artwork. It's actually classed as a piece of artwork. The Eiffel, what?
Yeah,
the Eiffel Tower. You know when the lights twinkle?
Yes.
They normally do it at the top of the hour and also half past the hour, I think. So they twinkle. But you can't use that for commercial purposes. You have to actually get permission. This is true, by the way. I'm not lying about this.
So did you get permission for that, Mr. Duncan?
Well, fortunately, I don't make any money from this. So we're okay. But
Yes.
It's true, though. You actually have to get permission if you want to photograph or film the Eiffel Tower when it's twinkling, because that is someone's artwork. So basically, it's copyrighted. It's amazing, but it's true.
Tomek keeps leaving the same message over and over again.
Okay.
It just says, he keeps saying message retracted. Over and over again. If I go back here, it's the same message over and over again. Message retracted. Message retracted. We don't know what you're trying to say. Ha ha, I'm joking, of course. Please leave it on a little bit longer because we don't have time to necessarily read it or take screenshots.
Yeah,
No, we don't. We don't really.
for evidence. when the court case comes up.
Yes, you've got to give us time to at least take a screenshot.
Guess what I've got in my hand?
I
I have the skinny jeans. Here they are. The skinny jeans that I will be hopefully wearing when we meet up in Paris. So they are very skinny. Can you see how slim they are? So my slim body, hopefully, will fit into these jeans.
And then you'll discover that skinny jeans are no longer in fashion.
They are still in fashion.
Are they?
They're very fashionable. Where have you been?
Maybe, with the younger people.
No, you see a lot of people of all ages wearing skinny jeans. There we go. And
I don't like them because they just take so long to put on.
Yes, and they're very tight around this area, around here.
We don't want to know that, Mr. Duncan.
It's very constricting. It's like a fist.
You look like a girl wearing those then, Mr. Duncan.
It's like a fist grabbing hold of your meat and two veg. So we will see what happens.
I think they will be so tight you won't be able to bend your legs. You'll be walking like this all around Paris, like you've got two stiff legs.
I don't think you're in any position to criticise the way I walk.
We're very fit, by the way, aren't we?
We are incredibly
Physically,
fit.
we've been walking great distances at high speed.
I know this is going to sound big-headed and arrogant, but I think I look pretty good at the moment. I mean, I've lost so much weight. My face, I can't remember the last time my face looked so slim.
Well, this is for others to say. I have skinny jeans. It says Marty G. Right, you'll have to wear them next time you come over, and we can compare skinny jeans. I don't have a pair. I used to. Did I ever have a? No, I don't, because I just think they look very uncomfortable.
The trouble is, all jeans on you look skinny because of your big fat legs.
Runner's legs.
Yeah, people see your legs and they run.
That's nice. You used to call them tree trunk legs, didn't you?
Your legs are like tree trunks.
Well, I can run up hills. That's what it's for. I used to do a lot of running, Mr. Duncan. But anyway, let's not go into that.
Fantastic. Anyway, I'm talking about a subject now.
Right, let's get on with that. Are we playing the you-know-what game today?
The you-know-what game.
Fill in the blanks.
Oh, I see. Fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks.
Are we playing that today?
Yes.
Good.
It's coming up.
I'll stay on then.
Which is why I'm trying to move on with our feature. Okay, Steve, please stop talking because we need to move on. There we go. Fast and slow words and phrases. We will get through this as fast as we can. So please don't slow me down. I wasn't being funny, by the way.
It was just sort of a play on words, wasn't it, Mr. Duncan?
I'm not sure if it deserves laughter, to be honest. Fast and slow. Words and phrases. Something fast, it moves at a very quick pace or at high speed. So here we go then. Are you ready? Here we go. You might make a fast buck. So in this particular sense, buck means money. You make money very quickly. So if you make a fast buck, can you think of a way of making a fast buck?
I could sell my body on the streets.
What, to medical science?
Yes. You might sell your car. You might think, well, I need some money. I'm going to sell my car, make a fast buck. But the implication with that is that you're sort of diddling people a bit, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It has nothing to do with that. If you're making money quickly, it means you are practicing. You are putting something into practice that will bring money quickly. So quite often, if you sell something, so what you said is actually right. You might suddenly decide to sell some of your belongings quickly because you need money. You make a fast buck. But yes, you are kind of right. You might go from town to town, of course, selling things that are not of good quality. And you move around, and the thing you are selling seems very good. or good quality, but in reality it isn't.
Yes.
So you might make a fast buck or a quick buck as you go around.
Quite often somebody might be trying to sell you something.
So it isn't necessarily deceptive.
Not necessarily, but sometimes it can be perceived that way. And you might say to somebody might be trying to sell you something at a market stall or something like that, and you look at it and you're not sure if it's very good quality. The price seems maybe a bit too high, and you might say, oh, you're just trying to make a fast buck. In other words, you're trying to sell something at probably an overinflated price.
Yes.
To make a bit of quick money.
Or maybe something that's not good quality. But yes, we all like to do it though. We would all love to find a way to make a fast buck. But it's not easy to do. I mean, there are many people these days selling the dream on the internet. If you do something and you don't have to put any work into it, but you can make a fast buck, quite often you don't.
The implication is you want to make money, you want to do it quickly, and you're not too bothered about the quality of the product or anything. And the buck presumably is it an Americanism, Mr. Duncan?
Buck means yes, dollar.
Dollar.
But also, generally speaking, it can also refer to money in general.
Selling insurance can seem like making a fast buck sometimes.
I suppose here we could say making a quick quid or a fast quid.
Yes.
So quid, Q-U-I-D, is a slang term for British money. Quid. Yes, very nice. Here's another one, Steve. Moving on. We've got to get through. To be fast on your feet. You might say that you're fast on your feet sometimes.
Yes. Well, sometimes. Yeah, fast on your feet. Athletic, sprightly, agile. You're quick to react to things. If an opportunity presents itself. You're fast on your feet, quick to act. Is that the sort of meaning you were going for, Mr. Duncan?
Yes, to be fast on your feet. Well, it says it there. Agile, athletic, sprightly. We can say that a person is very lively. Maybe they are able to move around very quickly. So some people are. Even if they're older, they seem to still keep this agility or this ability. We can say that they are fast on their feet.
Can it be used in other ways, not necessarily literal? If you were to say, if you were going to chat up a girl, for example,
okay,
and you didn't hang about, you might say, the girl might say, you're fast on your feet, meaning that you are quick to, I think so, fast on your feet. I think it can mean I think it can mean that you're quick to do something, not necessarily to do with your feet or moving. Oh, you're fast on your feet. You don't hang about. You get things done quickly.
So there is Mr. Steve's version of the word.
You have a project at work.
Anyway, moving on. We've got to move on, Steve.
Fast on your feet, yes.
Think fast. Think fast. Another phrase using the word fast. Think fast. You have to have quick reflex or a very quick reaction. Maybe someone throws a ball in your direction and you have to catch it. They might say, think fast, and you catch the ball very quickly. It's quite often used in American English.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I haven't really heard that one, Mr. Duncan, before.
No, well, there you go.
And there we go. The difference between the way Mr. Duncan pronounces F-A-S-T and myself is something worth noting, I think, isn't it?
If you insist.
Think fast, Mr. Duncan would say.
Yes.
I would say think fast, because you can say fast or fast.
Yes.
And it just depends on how posh you are, really.
But it is not necessarily that. It's more regional.
It's regional, but also it's to do with breeding and upbringing and culture. See, if I said to my mother,
yes,
think fast, she would say fast. Don't say fast. I didn't bring you up to say fast. I brought you up to say fast. Of course, if you fast. There's another
Yes,
word.
I'm going,
Anyway,
well,
right,
this
go
is
on.
what
Yes,
we're doing.
fine, right. You're in
Steve,
charge.
Yes, I am in charge sometimes. Here we go, Steve. Just take a step back. Here we go. So think fast. And now we have pull, a fast one. So this is the one that might be used if a person is trying to deceive you or trick you into doing something, or maybe they are trying to deceive you by selling you something that's not very good. They might be trying to pull a fast one. Are you trying to pull a fast one? Or maybe a person is pretending to be ill and they want to have a day off work. You might describe that person as pulling a fast one. They are deceiving you.
Yeah. Or pull the other one. Pull a fast one. Yeah, you're not really ill. You're trying to pull a fast one.
Steve's
Getting
turning
into bad habits now.
Steve's
Mr.
turning
Duncan.
into me.
Yeah, that's it. You're trying to trick or deceive somebody.
Yes.
There could be many different ways of interpreting that one.
Here we go. You might play fast and loose to behave in an irresponsible or reckless way. Maybe you are playing fast and loose with a young girl's emotions. You are pretending to be in love with her, and then you lead her into this affair. But really you're just using the girl. You are playing fast and loose. You are being irresponsible and reckless towards someone.
Or in something you do. Maybe you like doing bungee jumping or something, or just doing lots of reckless sports or something like that. Would you say? No, that's not. Would you say you'd be playing fast and loose? Is it just with people?
It's generally things where you're being irresponsible.
Yeah.
So I would say that, that playing sport is not really irresponsible.
But if you were jet skiing around a lot of swimmers,
or a lot of sharks,
or that would be playing fast and loose, wouldn't it? If you were, for example, jet skiing,
there's
around
normally
swimmers.
an element of danger.
Yes, or you were, I don't know, you'd got an e-scooter, and you were on the pavement with it, or in the street, and they're dangerous. You're playing fast and loose because there's an element of danger and irresponsibility with your behaviour. So yes, and they've banned them in Paris. Talking of e-scooters,
they haven't banned them.
Ah, right, okay.
They haven't banned them. They're getting rid. They're removing all of the public ones that are littering the streets because people are getting very sick and tired of falling over them.
Well, that's disappointing.
So the ones you can just hire on the street, they're all being removed.
That's a shame because I was hoping to play fast and loose in Paris on an e-scooter.
You can still ride them on the roads in Paris.
Right.
Yeah, so there you go.
But just they're getting rid of the public ones, right? Okay.
That's it. Here we go. Another one. The word fast. So we have other uses of the word fast. The word fast can also mean unmovable. If something cannot be moved, we can say that it is fast. For example, my fingers were stuck fast to the table. It means I couldn't move my fingers. I couldn't take my hand away. It was stuck fast. So one thing might be wedged inside another. You can say that it is stuck fast. It means you can't move it.
The Just Stop Oil protesters were stuck fast to the tarmac.
That's actually quite good.
Because I don't know whether you are having it in your countries, but in the UK, lots of eco-warriors, as we call them.
It is a worldwide movement.
Ah, right. Or Just Stop Oil protesters are gluing themselves with super glue to the roads and they're throwing orange paint over things to make a protest. We won't comment about the protest. We're not going to comment about it. Lots of people have got their opinions about it. But yeah, they are stuck fast to the road
Yes.
And in some countries, you see, we will very carefully remove them. The police will very carefully remove them. But what country did we see on the internet? They tried it in one country. I think it was Spain or somewhere like that. And the police just came up and ripped their hands off the tarmac.
Yes.
So left the skin behind.
Big chunks of skin are still left
So
on
I don't think they're doing that anymore in that country.
No, whichever country it is.
Try doing that in... well, I won't mention any names, but there are certain countries which you definitely wouldn't.
No, you would. You definitely wouldn't. Definitely not.
Tomic is going to play Fast and Loose in Paris with the group of us. is what I'm suggesting. Is why Tomic seems to be quite interested in that phrase. Anyway,
Okay.
right. Unmovable, yes.
There are other people on the live chat, by the way.
I know, but I'm mentioning lots of people. Sebastian MC.
Oh, hello.
Says hello.
Hello, Sebastian.
MC, does that mean Master of Ceremonies? Do you see yourself as a mover and shaker? Or are they just initials that you like to put after your handle?
The word fast can also mean to go without food. So if you go without food for a certain period of time, we can also say you fast. My new diet requires me to fast twice a week. And there are people doing this. So I don't know if you've heard of this. There is a type of diet where you eat one day and then the next day you eat nothing. You might drink some water and then the day after that you will eat some food and then the day after you fast. So you might go without food for a certain period of time.
Some people do that for religious purposes, don't they, at certain times of the year. But yes, it's the latest fad is to and of course we all fast overnight, hence the word breakfast or breakfast, breakfast in the morning. You probably haven't eaten for 8 or 10 hours and then you're going to eat first thing in the morning.
My dream, of course, would be to have a large tube. When you go to bed, you just put a large tube into your mouth and then down your throat, and then food will slowly be fed into your mouth while you're sleeping. And then
why would you want to do that?
Well, because you're still eating then.
Well, what's the enjoyment from having breakfast? You want to be hungry then, and you're ready to eat.
I think it saves you having to have breakfast. You can get on with your day much quicker.
So people are talking a lot about love songs and people that write love songs. Mary Hopkins says, Lewis, yes. Mary Hopkins, you remember her? She was sort of in the 70s, wasn't she? 60s,
she was
70s?
in the 70s. I think didn't she win Eurovision?
Yes.
Once.
She did.
Those were the days, my friend.
Yes.
I thought they'd never end. Something, 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 something.
Jack Brel, Charles Aznavour.
Charles Aznavour. She may be the girl I can't forget.
Famous French singer who was very popular here in the UK in the 70s, 60s and 70s, because he was always on the television here.
Always.
Always was, yes.
Yeah.
And we've been listening to a beautiful song, haven't we, Mr. Duncan?
I think we should probably save that for another time.
Right, okay.
Don't spoil everything.
Well, that's fine. We'll move on then.
Move on.
Yes, says Tomic. Please stop cutting off my beloved Steve when he addresses me. Smiley face emoji crying and, you know. You know, that one that people do a lot where...
That looks like
I love that emoji when people are laughing so much they're crying.
I thought it was a vomit one. I thought there was green coming out of the mouth.
We'll probably get that next week.
Next week? Why? Why next week, Steve? What's happening next week?
I don't know. Aren't we going somewhere? Okay, move on, Mr. Duncan. But yes, if you fast or fast, it means you are going without food for a period of time.
That's good. So, yes, that's pretty good. Yes, I think so. Yes. No, I think that works quite well. We can also have words connected to slow, going very slowly. Hello, Mr. Steve. How are you today?
I'm very well. hopefully
Okay.
this will help.
Shut up, Mr. Steve.
Anyway, yes. Slow motion. Isn't that a song? Slow motion, slow motion.
If you reduce speed or under crank. It sounds like a rude expression, but it isn't. If you slow down a film, you under crank. Or maybe if you are filming something and you want it to appear faster when you play the film back, you will slow it down. We call it under cranking.
It's not a phrase you'd use. It's just a sort of technical phrase you use in the sort of audio world. It's not something you would.
You mean the film world?
You wouldn't use that in everyday speak. Oh, I'm going to undercrank today.
Yes. It could be rhyming slang.
Yeah, slow motion to reduce speed. Yes, that's it exactly. Sometimes you feel like you're operating in slow motion if you've had a bad night's sleep or you've got a hangover,
Yes.
or something like that.
Or maybe if you have an accident. A lot of people say when they have an accident, they feel as if they're in slow motion.
Do they? Right, okay, right. Fancy.
It's as if the whole thing is happening slowly. Like that. Did you enjoy that? Well, I enjoyed it anyway. A thing or a person not moving fast enough can be described as a slow coach. A person, maybe you are walking with someone and they're walking too slowly because they are unhealthy or unfit.
Or just bored.
Yes, you might say, oh, come on, you slow coach, hurry up.
Yeah.
So a slow coach is a thing or person not moving fast enough.
Now, if you that's all one word, isn't it? That is one word, slow coach. And obviously it is annoying. The idea is that somebody who's not walking fast enough or not keeping up, it's annoying everybody else. Just as you would be annoyed if you were behind a bus or a coach on the road and it was going very slowly. That would be a slow coach, whereas we are talking about a person who is behaving in a very slow and tardy manner. Tardy, there's a good word.
That means late.
Means late, yes. Well, yes, probably not. Well, yes, slow coach. Come on, slow coach. Keep up with everyone else.
Yes. You're slacking. If you are slacking, it means you are going too slow. You are a slow coach. So, no, that's very good, Mr. Steve. Very good. Interesting and good. To slow down, of course, generally speaking, to slow down is to reduce speed. One of the things I've noticed these days is how some people, especially young people, they think that talking fast is better or talking quickly is better. But actually, quite often, it's worse. Because if you're talking to someone and you are trying to share information with them, sometimes talking too quickly or too fast can be the wrong thing to do. It can be completely negative.
Moving at a snail's pace is very good. Thank you for that, Palmyra. Snail pace or snail's pace is somebody who is a slow coach. It's a synonym for that.
They are going far too slowly.
Yeah. Slow down, will you? I can't understand a word you're saying.
Okay, another one. I think we've got
It's something people often say about me on the live stream.
Yes, please slow down, Mr. Steve. You're too excited, is what I sometimes say. And I think this one is quite suitable for someone. To be slow on the uptake. If you are slow on the uptake, it means you take a long time to understand or comprehend something. Maybe you have to listen to something being explained many times before you understand it. I don't know, maybe you think that... No, I'm not going to say that because that's unfair. To be slow...
That wouldn't be accurate use of the phrase.
To be slow on the uptake. You might describe a person as being a little bit slow if they're not very clever.
Well, that's the implication, but it's not necessarily
Mm.
the case. You could say about me, Mr. Steve is very, when it comes to technology, Mr. Steve is very slow on the uptake.
Mm.
So he doesn't learn it very well, doesn't comprehend it, doesn't understand it.
You're a bit of a Luddite.
No, that's a different thing.
Yes, but well, you don't like technology.
Not particularly.
No.
I don't mind it,
Well, there you go.
as long as people do it for me. But yes, slow on the uptake. But you're slow to understand or to comprehend something. That doesn't necessarily mean you're lazy or stupid. It just means, I mean, we've all got, I can pick up music like that. But other things, like technology, I'm fast on the uptake when it comes to learning music and tunes, melodies. But when it comes to certain things, I'm slow on the uptake. And that's the same with all of us. We've all got different abilities and different speeds in which we learn things.
If you say so. And who am I to argue? And that is that for now. We're going to have a quick break and then we're coming back. So we will be back very soon. But I thought it would be nice to take another look at the place that we may or may not be walking around.
Say that.
Well, I meant sort of in the near future. I don't want to give too much away, you see. Who wants to see another video featuring the sights and sounds of Paris? To say I am really looking forward to our trip to Paris, and that video has not only made me look forward to being there but also trying a lot of the food as well. I can't wait. I can't wait to be back in Paris. We'll have lots of food. I think I might come back from Paris a little heavier. I might need to take another diet afterwards.
Yes, Montmartre, as Lewis points out. Sacré-Cœur.
The Mountain of Martyrs.
And we won't be using the funicular railway. We'll be walking up, Mr. Duncan, because you won't be able to walk up in your skinny jeans with your stiff legs.
You might have to carry me.
Yes. But that is somewhere where we definitely want to go, and,
Yes.
and no doubt will.
Yes.
Is it time for...
I'm looking forward to going to the Moulin de Galets again, because they have the world's largest creme brulee. The creme brulee is massive. It was like a giant pie, and we had one of them each, didn't we?
Except we weren't paying because it was a work trip.
Yeah.
And as we all know, as a lot of people will know, including Lewis, that is a very exclusive restaurant.
Yes.
And last time my company were paying. That I was working for because I'd done so well at sales.
That's also the area around there. You had Renoir and Monet and all of the famous artists as well. They were all hanging around in that area, chasing after those ladies of the night.
Anyway, we will look forward to that. And how are we going to get to all these places, by the way? We have suggested that Lewis comes out of retirement.
Sorry?
Because Lewis used to, has shared with us online that he used to drive taxis around Paris. So
I wasn't sure where you were going.
What we're hoping for is that, you come out of retirement and we can just sort of text you. You'll turn up and then take us to anywhere we need to go. I'm joking, of course. I'm joking.
Of course.
But if we did need to use a taxi, who would you recommend, Lewis? This is the question. Because there may be times when we're late and we need to... Well, no, we're going to use the tube, aren't we? The underground.
Tube? Is that what they call it? The tube?
We're going to use the underground.
The metro.
The metro.
Yes, they have the metro in Paris. And, of course, they are also building a very nice tram system as well. So many of the streets in Paris at the moment, they're introducing trams as well. So I'm not sure how far they've got with building those, but I am looking forward to trying them. Maybe not this time, but maybe the next time we go there.
Right.
Anyway, it's time as we approach, well, we've just passed 3:45 on a Sunday afternoon. It's now time to play the game that we all love to play. Well, okay, not everyone loves to play it, but some people do. You know what I'm talking about.
Fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks, dun dun, fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks, dun dun, fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks, fill in the blanks,
fill in the blanks. It's time to fill in the blanks, and that's what we're doing right now.
So wake up, all you fill-in-the-blanks fans.
If you like your blanks and you like to fill them in, then you are in the right place. Here we go then. Today's first fill in the blanks. All you have to do is see the sentence, and there are some words missing. You can add the words. I've also given you a clue to help you as well. So there are some clues. The first one, I think the first one is quite easy actually. So here is the first one. Ready? Bing! You can something your something over there.
So if Martin is still watching, you should have a distinct advantage over most people on this live stream. Being an English person.
I think Martin's gone.
Or a British person. He's probably snoring right at this moment. Right, anyway, are you still here, Marty? We want to know. Anyway, yes. So there is probably more than one answer to this, but this hopefully is just got one particular solution, hasn't it?
It has. Well, the clue is underneath. So we have the first missing word. Begins with P for Peter, and it has 5 letters. And the second missing word begins with B for
Bertie.
Bertie. Yes. What about bird?
B for bird, except it's 10 letters.
10 letters.
So there we go. First word begins with P, 5 letters. Second word. Well, you just said that, haven't you?
I have.
I'm getting tired, Mr. Duncan.
I can tell.
But yes, please give us your suggestions.
We've had one suggestion. Yeah. You can park your car over there. So that does fit into the sentence. However, it's not the one we're looking for, but that is good. No, that's very good. Very good.
But car begins with C and it's only 3 letters.
Yes. Well, that's it, yes.
So we want, you can put, and car is, P-A-R-K is only 4 letters.
Yes, I think Tomek, I'm sure Tomek uses some sort of software to get these.
And Marshmallow, who previously said that he was, or they were, slow on the uptake, definitely not slow on the uptake, has used a 5-letter word beginning with P, which is point, which fits. So you just want a 10-letter word beginning with B to complete that sentence. You can point your something over here.
I wonder what.
Yes, think of something rude beginning with B.
Backside.
That's only 8 letters, Mr.
Oh,
Duncan.
okay. Near, very near.
Ah. Ooh. Ah, there we go. Yes. Well, Tomek's already got it. Yes. Well, he's got something that definitely fits.
Yes.
Is that the one that you had thought of, Mr. Duncan?
Is it? I wonder if it is. Let's have the answer, because then we can do 2 more. We will have lots of time, you see, to do 2 more. Here we go then. The answer that I have here, it might not be the answer that you have. Bing!
Ah, well done.
You can place your belongings. So the word place can also be used as a verb, to place something. You are putting something in a certain position or a certain location. You place your belongings. The general term for things that you own or things that belong to you are your belongings. You can place your belongings over there.
You might be visiting a friend's house and you've come straight from work and you've got a few bags with you and things like that, and your friend might say, you can place your belongings over there, or your stuff. They might say stuff. Place your stuff over there, your bags.
Your things.
Yes, that's right.
Your clothes or your suitcases, especially if you're going away somewhere. If you're going away to a nice place, maybe, you might be told when you stay with someone that you can place your belongings over there. I think we've got time for 2 more if we're quick. 2 more.
Well done.
We're really spoiling you today. Here is another one. It will be something if we something the something at the something.
Ooh.
Oh, this one's a little bit more tricky.
Duncan was only joking, Tomek. We know that you're not using AI to get... That's a point, Mr. Duncan. Will AI enable people to answer fill in the blanks very quickly in the future?
I'm hoping AI will allow a machine to present this show, and then we can go off and do something else.
That'd be a bit boring, Mr. Duncan.
But would it be as boring as this?
I will be... Yeah, that's 4 letters we want there.
So we have B, 6, P, 8, T, 7, and A, 7. Think if you are planning a trip. Maybe you are planning to go somewhere. Maybe you have to get something before you go. Yes.
Yeah, I can't think what that could be, because I don't know what these answers are. I'm not privy to Mr. Duncan's preparations.
No.
If you're privy to something, it means you are in the circle of knowledge, aren't you?
Yes, you have access to the information.
Access to the information.
So privy, and something that's private is something that's held aside or hidden away. Yes, nice. So fill in the blanks. This is game 2. It will be something if we something the something at the something.
Vitas says, when Tomek is here, any mystery will be solved, except the mystery of Tomek himself.
Yes, well, that also might be revealed soon.
I'm sure that Tomek will send somebody else in his place to pretend to be him, to throw us off the scent. So I think, because we don't know what Tomek... we don't know we don't know what any of you look like. Well, we do know what some of you look like.
Make your mind up.
But I've got a feeling Tomek's going to send a doppelganger.
The problem is everyone knows what
or a stand-in.
Yes, okay, Steve, we get it.
To Paris, so that he can keep his air of mystery. And,
Either way, I couldn't care less.
Okay. Anarchy says, OMG, Filling that blanks has become really hard in my absence. Yes, we've ramped it up.
Yes.
You've got to you miss a few of Mr. Duncan's live streams, and that's it. Suddenly you're behind in the class.
I thought the naked one we did, the one we did where we were both naked, I thought that was quite a good one.
It was, yes.
We got quite a few viewers for that one.
We talked about string theory, didn't we, on one? And
I think that was the
the
same.
laws of the universe on the other.
Wasn't that the same episode?
No, we're joking, of course. Have we had a pic from Tomek? Have we? Tomek's
Yes.
picture. Oh, he hasn't shown me. You see.
I have showed it to you. He looks quite. I would say that he looks quite professional. Whatever Tomek is doing, he looks quite professional.
This is too hard. No one's got anything yet. Better and postpone. Could that be right, Mr. Cyrillic, whose name I did write down last week, and Tomek chastised me for not remembering their name, and Mr. Duncan's turned the page over, so I haven't written it down anywhere. I can't gain access to it.
Wow, this is fascinating.
I did write this down.
Please tell us more about your page turning.
Vitali. See, not just a pretty face. I wrote it down. Vitali, I think, has come up with two words that definitely fit. But are they the correct two words? Mm-hmm. Shall we say yes or no, and then that will help people get the rest of it? Is better and postpone, are those the two first words?
One of the words is right.
Okay.
One of them is right.
Well, postpone, you see, that's a very clever word to get. Which one is right then? Let's move things along. Faster, Mr. Duncan. The theme is faster. Let's not be a slow coach. Let's move things on.
It will be better.
So the first word is better. It will be better if we... But postpone is a very good word to fit in there.
Postpone, to put something off to a later date
so
or
well
time.
Done, Vitali, for that. If you can come up with two other words that fit,
okay,
we will be impressed. Airport, is that another one?
It might be.
Well, Marshmallow has come up with airport. So, can we assume that the first word is better and the last word is airport?
Yes.
And then we may be able to get the other two. So, postpone is not the second one. I repeat, postpone is not the second one. It was a very clever suggestion, but in fact it is not the second word. So, it will be better if we something at the airport.
Maybe something you need before you get on the plane. And I'm not talking about peanuts. Something you need before you get on the plane.
If we, yes, something.
Well, you're not taking part in it.
Well, I'm trying to get it, you see.
I see.
Traveller.
So what do you need before you get on a plane?
What do you need before you get on the plane?
Drugs. Vitali.
Yes.
Vitali is doing very well there.
He's a smart cookie, as Tomek says. A smart cookie. Right, okay, so we're getting very close, but it's not postpone though, is it?
No, lower down.
Lower down, yeah, okay, where?
There.
It'd be better if we something the tickets at the airport.
Yes.
Is it tickets?
Yes.
So you've just got one word to go.
Yeah, so if you don't have something, what do you have to do?
So you are very, very close, Vitali.
If you don't have something, what do you have to do?
It would be better if we something the tickets at the airport. It would be better if we begins with P, 8 letters. I can't think what that is. They've got it. Is that right?
Vitali I'm starting to think Vitaly is very good at the sentence game, or fill in the blanks, as it's known. So here is the answer. Here comes the answer to this particular fill in the blanks. The answer is, it will be better if we purchase the tickets at the airport.
Francesca got it as well. Tomek got the last word, but I think we have got to give tremendous credit to Vitaly, if that is your name, if I remember that correctly, for what was quite a difficult one.
I thought that was difficult.
And I think it's difficult because it's probably not accurate, is it? Because you normally don't purchase your tickets when you get to the airport.
You can, though. You can buy tickets at an airport.
I know you can, but is it better if you do?
Well,
we won't argue about the meaning of the sentence.
It can be better if you need them in a hurry, or else you'd have to just wait.
Because you might turn up to the airport and there's no tickets to buy.
Yes, or you turn up to the airport and you've forgotten your tickets.
Isn't it better to purchase your tickets online?
Well, maybe.
We won't argue about this.
As long as you're not in a hurry for them. That's the point. Anyway,
done.
It seems like something that we don't need to get into at this stage because it's time to go. It's time to say
Mr. Duncan.
We have come to the end of today's live stream. I hope you enjoyed playing Fill in the Blanks, and I hope you will play next time when we do it again. That's it, Mr. Steve. It's time for us to go. It's time for us to wave.
It's sad.
Goodbye.
Parting is but sweet sorrow.
It is, sometimes.
But we will be meeting the next time we do a live stream, of course.
Next Sunday, we'll be with you again, of course, next Sunday. And there will be new English lessons, short English lessons. If I can put this on the screen very quickly just to show you. So there are now short English lessons over Mr. Steve's face. In fact, I prefer it like that, to be honest. English shorts every day from Monday to... What are you doing? From Monday to Saturday, new English lessons. English shorts.
Hadn't you better say as well, Mr. Duncan? I think it's important to say because next Sunday is going to be very different.
No, it isn't. We're live.
We're live, but we don't know. We got to say that, please, the time, might not be exactly because it could be chaos in Paris. What's the matter?
Nothing.
I'm just saying we hope to be live 2 p.m. UK time, but it may not be because... What's the matter?
Well, I wasn't going to mention that we're...
Oh, right, okay. Anyway,
Okay.
right, fine.
Well,
just, Well, I think people know what's going on, don't
okay.
they? But,
Everyone, we're in Paris next Sunday. Paris, we will be there and hopefully live, and hopefully, maybe, perhaps, there will be some other people with us as well. Some of our viewers. Ooh. So next Sunday, hopefully from about 2 p.m. UK time, although it won't be UK time, it will be Paris time next week. So don't forget, next Sunday, around about 2 p.m. Paris time, we will be live on YouTube, and we will be doing a live stream from the centre of Paris next Sunday.
But do bear with us because, we're meeting people. Anything could happen. It could be chaos. And we're going to be mobbed by fans.
If it involves you, it will be chaos.
So it may be difficult to get on exactly at 2 p.m. So if we're not there, we will be there.
Well, at some point.
And Mr. Duncan will send out messages and things to let you know.
We will let you know before then as well. There will be something put onto YouTube before then to give you some information as well.
Right.
That's it. It's
I'm
time
to put the kettle on.
So the next time you will see our lovely faces live will be in Paris. We will see you next Sunday.
So exciting, Mr. Duncan. It's so exciting.
Steve is very excited, I have to say.
Oh, right. Love you all and see you all again Well, I won't see any of you till Sunday, but anyway, have a good week and learn something, hopefully.
Hopefully. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Until we meet together with our big Paris rendezvous next Sunday, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do.
Ta-ta for now.
Or should I say, au
Au revoir.
revoir.